Welcome back to Let's Talk About It with your host OG Lock. So today we're going to be talking about the 5 most disliked YouTubers for the Mexican Nuestra Familia. Trust me, they want them gone from social media as well as from this earth. But let me give you some history on how these YouTubers got the attention of some of the most dangerous criminals that have the power to take someone's life in the blink of an eye, and they can do this all from inside prison walls. So why are these YouTubers not scared? Well, most of them were once involved in that lifestyle at one point. Some even reached leadership status where they had some responsibility to the organization. Don't get me wrong, there's at least one that I'll mention that was not really involved, but in his eyes, he was a hardcore gangster. Well, not in the research I did, everyone said he was not with it. So let's get started. Number 5 on the list goes to Gunner Collective X Nortino, that started on YouTube about 4 years ago, talking about Nortino as Cherno's Encounters. That's a place in C. Why a prison for minors? She also joined a podcast with 2 federal informants by the name of A Convict's Perspective and the Rojo Ruhr. They would break down and history and tactics and expose street elements for criminal organizations. Gunner Collective has been able to hide from criminal organizations by lying about where he stays and not going to gang-related areas even when as far as to moving out of Northern California like most informants usually do. So rumors are he's still looking outside his window to make sure they haven't found him yet. Number 4 on the list goes to Dubsv. Dubsv is ex-Mexican Mafia associate that debrief on the Mexican Mafia. For a long time, people didn't really know his status due to him not talking about his past or association. People just knew he was from the South. But unfortunately for him, he was exposed by another YouTuber. The platform is called EK Family and censored, as well as a few other small platforms. Becoming John K. Dub's biggest fear being that he actually lives in California, and to top it off in Southern California. But rumors are he found his love of his life and should be moving out soon and far away from the reach of the Mexican Mafia. Some may also wonder why John K. Dubs would put himself in that situation by making a social media platform and letting people know he out, because I will remind you, he was a lifer. Well, he never thought his secret would come out to public. And let's not forget, the money and views can get addictive to some YouTubers. Some may need attention or money, especially if they never had it. So the Mexican Mafia wasn't aware of his release due to his prison case. He took an innocent man's life at a young age, where he cowardly shot someone in the back of the head, but was released due to his testimony and briefing on the Mexican Mafia. So by working with law enforcement, he was able to overcome his case. Number 3 goes to Boxer from Paradigm Media, ex Nuestra Familia federal informant that testified against the Nuestra Familia, getting fellow members' life cases to football numbers. Let's just say none of the ones he testified on are getting out anytime soon, taking down most of the manpower for the end. As a federal informant, he was placed in a secure area where he is safe from the reach of his so-called family, but he continues to expose criminals' activities. He was also someone that gained his freedom by telling on his friends' most criminal throw friends under the bus to get released from jail or prison. I wonder if he might have done a bit too much, or if he got paid like this next person. Number 2 goes to Rene Enriquez. As known as Boxer, the most well-known federal informant that exposed most criminal interworks and taught law enforcement how street gangs work, as well as how they send out hits, bring in drugs, etc. Everything law enforcement knows more than likely came from him. He is a really smart individual. In my opinion, he knew how to manipulate the system, gaining his freedom as well. He paroled with a job where he counties to work with law enforcement, teaching other states on what to keep an eye on, because most criminal gangs are expanding to other states. He also has a platform where he continues to expose for monetary gain. So you may wonder who took the number 1 spot when it comes to these YouTubers. Well, let's take a minute to think and drop a comment on who you think it is. So this person has done the most in my opinion, and others as well, because I did my homework to make sure I got the right person. This person has already been accused for being a paid informant by other YouTubers that are also on this top 5 list. So if they are saying that as well, he deserves that number 1 spot. So the number one spot goes to Renegade Media. He is the most disliked by both organizations. He was part of the Nuestra Familia structure where he participated as a soldier for the NF. When he defected, he also joined a protective custody gang by the name Northern Riders, a dropout gang. If you thought that was bad, well, that's not actually what got him to the number one spot. He came on YouTube as an upcoming rapper that would diss the North but was not too successful, but as well as the other, he also got kicked out of that group. After that, he started to expose all criminal organizations, and I'll say he does a pretty good job by free-ending people that are still in that life style and getting information of them, and by also working with law enforcement, he's been able to pinpoint murder cases or it's done in jail or prison, letting law enforcement know exactly who did it and how it was done, including all members involved. That's impressive stuff right there. So be aware criminals, and not like the rest, he didn't do it to gain his freedom, he doing it all for the money. So he's invested into taking them all down. The more he takes down, the more money he makes. So in my opinion, he's someone they should be more concerned with. In rumors of he recently got a paying from law enforcement, so he will for sure get a double up. The Mexican Mafia as well as the Nuestra Familia have already put priority target on him, but has been able to hide from them by moving out of state. Let's just say it was not safe in California for him, having both sides looking for him. He had to run to another state for safety. But if it's true that he got a pay number now and is working for law enforcement, well, let's just say they will keep him safe, or he will continue to expose criminal organizations. So in your opinion, who do you think the number one spot should have gone to? Drop a comment to let me know, especially if you disagree with it. So with that being said, I would like to thank my subscribers and viewers for taking the time to watch my videos. But if you would like to continue to show love and support to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, share with others, and don't forget about the notification bell for upcoming videos. Thank you once again. So until next time, our host, Dubsv.